And as we're doing all the filming and all that, I told the instructor, like, hey, I got my camera equipment. I don't got a lot. I'm trying to invest in my craft to better myself, educate myself, stuff like that. It's something I really want to do. It's my passion. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I just didn't have the opportunity. So he saw something in me. He was like, hey, man, if you're really serious about this, I got a project coming up next weekend. If you want to do it, you come through. I'll show you the ropes. I won't pay you at first, but if you're serious about it, come learn a couple times, first time, and I'll start paying you if you really want to do this. I said, all right, cool, bet. And he said, all right, well, bring your friend. I said, well, actually, I don't know if he came the first time. I don't think so. So the first time I went, hooked all the cameras up, everything. It was like a church video, like people in the church community came through talking about business ideas and stuff like that. Filmed it all. Probably like 5 hours. It was pretty cool. I met a guy named Pastor Rodney. I believe he's from Chicago. Great guy. And did it. I did great. I took notes. I was learning the craft. And he said, all right, well, you showed that you're serious about it. If you want to come back, I'm doing something else next week. So I went to it. Same thing, another church video, whatever. Got paid. $100. Now, $100 might not seem a lot, but to me it was. I was like, dang, I could do something I love to do and get paid for it. What? Dang, that's sweet. A lot of people only make $100 in a day. I made it in 5 hours. Yeah, I think I can keep. I know I can keep doing it. It's not I think. I know I can. I love doing it, and I get paid. You can't beat that. So he said, I have another project coming up in a week or two. And when I did that one, that shoot was pretty long. It was probably like a 10-hour shoot. It was like a hair salon thing. Like, went to this big building in, I want to say, dang, what was it called? I don't know where it was at, Michigan. That was like a 30-minute drive. So, dang, I wish I could remember the name because it would tie in with what I'm going to say later. And, anyways, went to this building, filmed, right? Got paid $150. I was like, dang, I got paid $100 last time. I got paid $150 this time. Dang, but there was more responsibility with it. I was working more cameras, stuff like that. It was longer. I was like, dang, $150? Dang, I can keep doing this. So, did another video, another one. Did like 4 or 5 projects with them. And I kept doing parties, and I was like, man, I really want to get into acting because I've always wanted to do it. How can I get into acting? Watching videos, they're talking about Hollywood and all this stuff. I'm like, I can't go to LA. I can't drive to LA. It's too far. I don't got no money. Can't go to New York. Can't go down to Georgia and Atlanta and stuff. It's like, man, how can I start local? Like, how can I start in my neighborhood and like branch out? So, came up with some ideas, made some like student film, whatever, with my friend Steven at school and all that, whatever. All right, it's my senior year. It's like, no, let's back up. It's my junior year, April. I'm watching El Nino's podcast, and I see a guy in there named Sonny, Sunnyville Productions, the Latin King of Detroit. The film of Latin King, whatever. He's a Hispanic actor, so that's what he calls himself, the Latin King of Detroit. Nothing gang related or anything like that, just what film. Well, he's an independent filmmaker. So I reached out to him like, hey, I'm a photographer trying to get into acting. Is there anything that you possibly have or whatever that I can get into? Conversation really didn't go nowhere. He said, no, I don't got nothing at this time, but maybe another time, whatever, right? So, boom, fast forward, May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months. All right, 6 months goes by. Not really doing nothing, just doing parties here and there, taking photos, whatever. See him post, hey, seeking new talent in Southwest Detroit, Hispanic actors. Now, I had curly hair, mustache, goatee. People thought I was Hispanic, but I'm not Hispanic. I'm Italian. I'm a white boy. And reached out and I'm like, hey, I reached out to you before, I'm a photographer trying to get into acting, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He said, hey, what's your number? Gave my number. He called me. Was on the phone for an hour. He said, hey, man, I got a movie premiere coming up with DR2 Productions for my film that we just finished. We wrapped it. It's coming out. I would love it if you can be my camera guy, take photos, capture the moment. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do that. So go to this place on I believe it's the east side of Detroit, the Bel Air Luxury Cinema. Like their red carpet, whatever, movie premiere. And met all these people. Finally met Sonny face to face. Awesome guy. I love this guy. Still talk to him to this day. Done a lot of work together. And we know the same people. It's crazy. But did the photo shoot, whatever. Met a lot of people. He said, hey man, keep doing this. You can get paid. And then invest in your equipment. Invest in your craft. You make money, invest, so you can be like those other camera guys, but not like them, better. So I was taking notes, talking to other camera guys, seeing what they had, whatever, seeing what people liked. Took notes, posted all my photo shoots on Instagram, and one movie premiere turned into another and another. I did probably like 10, 12 movie premieres for them, for Sonny, and after I did the first movie premiere photo shoot, he was like, hey, send me your headshot so I can give them to my friend on set, because I think you'd be perfect for this role. And they sent him to her, or it was him or he or she they sent him to. And they're like, nah, he looks too old. I don't think he'll fit the part. But, hey, if he wants to, he could be as an extra in the background. Tell him to pull up. I said, all right, bet. So, knowing me, always shave before I go to a job. So I said, I'm going to shave, line my stuff up, line my mustache up. But as I was lining my mustache up, made it too thin. Looked like a fucking sombrero. I hate my mustache real thin, as you can see. I got that stealth bomber. And I said, damn, I messed up my mustache. So what I do, I shaved all my facial hair. Went on set, they're looking at me. They're like, dang, you look really young. In your photos, you didn't look that young. I said, yeah, because I shaved my face. They said, what, come here, we're going to take you to the trailer. Took me to the trailer. Met this lady, Sonia, and another lady. I forgot her name. She's an actress. Got Tubi movies and whatever movies. I don't know every movie she's in, but, they're making movies. So she's like, you'd be perfect for the role, you got no facial hair. And then Sonny was like, yeah, he's 18, 19. He don't need a parent to sign off on the paper, because the role I was going for, I had to hold a gun, like a fake replica gun, whatever, but they still needed people to sign it if you're underage or whatever. So, one, I looked the part. Two, I was of age to hold the firearm for them, right? So, boom. Went to set for like 10 hours. Didn't film the whole 10 hours. My film probably took maybe an hour. But I was on set all day out in St. Clair Shores, seeing how everything operated. And I was like, dang, this is pretty cool. This is what a set looks like. All the behind the scenes. Met a lot of people. It's great. I said, dang, man, meeting one person and getting introduced to another and taking advantage of the opportunities could lead you somewhere that you really want to go. I always wanted to be a photographer. Well, that actually accidentally happened, but got into photography, became a photographer by, doing certain things like, hey, yeah, I'll go to your party and take photos. We can save the memories, whatever. Talking to Martel, getting involved with filming, knowing Eladio, getting introduced to Sonny, or meeting Sonny, getting into acting because of him. And I was like, dang. So he was like, hey, you got to invest in yourself. Sonny did. So I was like, all right. So I should take acting classes. Well, how can I take acting classes? So pretty much self-taught, since I was a young age. I've always been an actor in my own mind, my own world. I've always done that. So I took an acting class with DR2 Productions. Dennis Reed. He is a director, and I believe he is a writer. I believe he published a couple books. So I went to his acting class. he had his actors and actresses there, you know, teaching their experiences and stuff like that. But during that 3-day acting class, we had to present a monologue. So the monologue that I did from Forrest Gump, the bench scene, life is like a box of chocolates, whatever. So I had the whole voice down packed, dressed just like him. And there was like 100 people there. And I think they only picked probably 6-7 winners. And then I didn't get picked. And then Dennis said, hey, if I were to pick one more person, who do you think did the best? And they all said me. I was like, wow. You really think so? And okay, I was one of the winners. Hell yeah. That's sweet. Now, when you won one of the spots, you had more opportunities to be in more of their future projects. So, I won an opportunity to be in a couple more projects. I got a background role in a show on Tubi called Street Legal. It's like a court scene, whatever. Nothing crazy. I think I got paid $75 or $100. Nothing crazy, but hey, I got paid for doing something I love. Another month or so goes by, like, hey, you know, we got an idea for you to be in this role. It's like a spinoff, Street Legal South. I said, yeah, that actually sounds really cool. I'll definitely do that. So, got a speaking role. It was like a witness or something on the stand, one of the scenes, whatever. Did that. Got paid like $150. Wow. For having 2 scenes, I got paid $150. What? You can't beat that. Excuse me.